it used to take care of itself with like just sports and stuff. Like, but I don't do that anymore. You know, like I've done that forever. Are you a good athlete outside of like whatever training you do? Like, are you at sports? Like, do you play any sports?
The only sport I played baseball when I was a kid, and then once I started doing martial arts when I was in my early teens, I quit everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just focused on that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, for me, it's like I hated team sports because I'm kind of, stubborn, and like I either struck out or hit a home run, no matter what happened. They were always like, get on base. I'd be like, right, like fucking, I'm going for the bleachers, bitch. And either I was a hero or everybody was mad at me, and that's how I always played. I didn't care. Like I'm not gonna be a loser because Billy drops the ball in fucking left field.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, and so then when I found wrestling, I was like, okay, this is better. This is just me. And then I got into martial arts, and I was like, okay, this I like. This is just like, I either put in the work and get better, or I don't. I either win or I lose. There's no weird gray area. The only gray area is decisions. Decisions sucked because there's a lot of biased judges, and if you're in like someone's hometown and you beat their ass. Oh,
really?
Terrible.
That blatant?
Oh yeah. Didn't you remember Roy Jones Jr. in the Olympics? Roy Jones Jr. and it was actually a beautiful moment because Roy Jones Jr. in the Olympics, he boxed beautifully. It was a perfect performance in the finals, and he lost. There's no way he lost, but it was in Korea, and it was against the Korean national champion. Okay. And so the Korean national champion, he won the gold medal, and then came to visit Roy Jones recently and gave him the gold medal and said, you should have won that fight.
Like recently?
Yeah, recently. Yeah.
Wow. Better late than never?
Yeah.
Wow.
But when I was a kid and I watched that, I was so disheartened because I'd seen that in Taekwondo a lot.
Yeah.
I'd seen that in kickboxing a lot. And it's embarrassing. It's just when you see like blatant, obvious corruption, and that, to me, that decision is one of the worst examples of blatant corruption. Because Roy Jones just ran away with that fight. The only thing he didn't do is knock that guy out, but he beat his ass.
They don't feel repercussions when it's that obvious?
It's all subjective. It happens in the UFC.
Yeah, I see.
It happens in the UFC all the time. There's bad decisions, and it's infuriating. It's infuriating to the athlete too, because particularly in the UFC, there's a win bonus. So imagine if you beat a guy, like you really hit the gas in the second and third round, you fucking burn yourself out, you get the decision, you're like, I fucking did it. Your corner celebrating, we got it. The last 2 rounds, all you. And then you hear the judges, and you're like, no fucking way. They robbed me.
Wow.
And it happens. It happens all the time. So say if you're a young guy and you're starting out in the UFC and you have a contract and maybe it's like 15 and 15. What that means is you get $15,000 to show and then $15,000 to win. So if you lose, you only get that $15,000. So those judges just stole $15,000 from you. When you're struggling just to feed yourself, right? If you're getting $15,000 to fight, you have to pay for managers, you have to pay for your gym fees, you have to pay for nutrition, you have to pay for supplements, you have to, maybe you're getting a massage once a week, you got to pay for that. It's like, you don't have any money. You have zero money.
Yeah.
You have to work a job. There's no way you're doing that without a job.
Right.
If you're lucky, you could teach. If you're lucky, you can maybe teach private, like if you're a jiu-jitsu guy or a kickboxer, you could teach people during the day.
Yeah.
But other than that, man, you're barely getting by, and they just stole $15,000 from you.
Wow.
And it happens all the time.
And nothing comes of it, right? There's appeals of bullshit.
We get mad. We talk about it in the commentary, and Daniel particularly gets upset because he was a professional fighter and he's seen it.
Yeah.
But it's like, they always say don't leave it in the judge's hands. But that's nonsense because these guys, you're not good enough to knock them out. And if you try to knock them out, you're going to get knocked out.
Right.
It's like you have to fight smart.
Right.
So like you always should fight the best you can, but smart.
Yeah.
And if you don't do that, you shouldn't be a professional fighter. It's because you're going to get beat up when you shouldn't get beat up. You're going to get hurt when you shouldn't get hurt.
Yeah. I never did anything. I took karate for like 6 months. I never did. It was team sports for me, but it was, I wasn't particularly, I actually, when the first year our grammar school got a basketball team, I was in 7th grade. And so if you were in 8th grade, you automatically made varsity. And then whatever remaining spots you have to try out. I wasn't really good, right? But I tried out, and I was the last one cut. So I was the very first person to be placed on the JV team.
Oh, no.
So the best of the JV, right? We didn't have a coach. The school did not have a basketball program. So my friend's mom, who prior to this just owned a bakery, she was like, I'll coach. She had no experience outside of pastries. And she got like a clipboard, like a whiteboard clipboard, and we met at the school gym, and she started running drills with us. And it was like whoever else wanted to play can play. Right. So I got cut last, so I was,
How'd you do?
I was the MVP. So I was MVP of the team for the season.
Nice.
Went to the award ceremony. No, let me finish talking.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no, you'll see. The team, first of all, so we weren't good. We knew we weren't good. And we were like, okay, watch, this first team we're going to play is going to be like amazing. So we show up for this first game, okay? We get to the Catholic CYO Center. It's like the Catholic Youth Organization gym. We get there. Every single kid on that team is just like Dominican, or like we were all like scrawny little white kids. These kids were like 6 feet tall already. I'll never forget it. I walked in, and you do drills in the beginning before you start the game. You'll go in the line and take layups on your side. They're taking layups on their side. And I remember I locked eyes with some kid, and he looked at me, and he was dribbling the ball backwards through his legs as he walked backwards. And he didn't break eye contact with me. And then he like ran up and like he did a layup and like tapped the backboard or whatever. We lost 44-0 the first game. Okay, 44-0. Okay, so at the end of the game, you're supposed to like line up, and you'll like, touch hands or whatever, and you go upstairs, and there's the little rec room, and you get like some Fritos and a juice box or whatever, right? So the parents were there, and the parents of this team were engaged. I mean, shutout in basketball is pretty tough, and the parents were going nuts. And so at the end, when the buzzer sounded, like the parents were chanting, 44 zip, zip, 44 zip, and they were chanting it like loud, right? And then when we got online, the kids started chanting, the parents started chanting, the parents ran onto the court, and I just literally and we're shaking hands, they're all chanting 44 zip. We go all together up the stairs to get the juice box, and the parents are screaming it up the hallway, 44, right in our face, like 44 zip, zip. I mean, literally, it was like the most humiliating experience. Next game, we played Blessed Sacrament. We lost 56-3. I had the 3 points.
Congratulations.
2 points and a foul. A bucket and a foul, right? And then we proceeded to go 0-14 on the year. The last game of the season at halftime, I don't know what happened. We looked up and we were winning. It was the first time we ever had a lead. It was the last game of the year, is halftime. And someone was like, holy shit, we're fucking winning. And we looked up and it was like 18-16 or something, and we lost. So they proceed to have the awards dinner. Well, everyone goes, all the teams. It's like, it's the sports dinner. So like they're doing all the awards for varsity, JV, across all the platforms, and they insisted on doing it. So I was the MVP. I was the MVP of the team.
Because you scored the only 3 points.
I had 16 points on the season. 14 games, 16 points. I had to get up in front of everyone at the buffet and take the trophy that said Sal Vulcano MVP JV, 1990, whatever it was. And I was like, thank you. We were 0-4. I had 16 fucking points. I have that trophy right now in my den on my mantle.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
16 points on the season.
This episode is brought to you by Happy Dad Hard Seltzer. Most hard beverages overcomplicate everything. Happy Dad keeps it simple. Low carbonation, gluten-free, and only 100 calories in every can. Barbecues, golf rounds, hanging by the pool, chilling after work. Happy Dad is perfect for whatever you're up to. Everyone is drinking all these skinny cans loaded with sugar, but Happy Dad only has 1 gram of sugar in a normal can. You can grab a variety pack featuring lemon lime, watermelon, pineapple, and wild cherry. And don't sleep on the grape collab with Death Row Records. It's a fan favorite for a reason. Happy Dad is now available nationwide in the USA and Canada. Go to your local liquor store or visit happydad.com. For a limited time, use the code Rogan to buy one Happy Dad trucker hat and get one free. Enjoy a cold Happy Dad. Must be 21 plus. Please drink responsibly. Happy Dad Hard Seltzer NT Malt Alcohol, Orange County, California. Boy, that'll teach you a sense of humor.
Yeah, I mean, right away I was just
44
like,
zip zip in your face by grown-ups.
Yeah,
Like,
zip
Jesus.
zip. In, I mean, like going like that.
What kind of sportsmanship is that?
There was none there that day. There was none there that day.
There's something to be said for that. There's something to be said for that.
We had no business being out there. I can only imagine what it looked like.
Like if they want their kids to be pros, you know,
Yeah.
if they want their kids to really dominate, you gotta really encourage the shit out of them.
Yeah.
You know, and for a lot of people, look, if you got a kid that's 6 feet tall already, and
Yeah.
you know he's fucking 14, and he's really good already at basketball, you're like, we might get rich.
Yeah.
You know, this
Yeah.
is like a shot.
Yeah, it's true.
Fuck
it's
yeah,
like
it's a giant shot.
their own farm system.
I mean, if a kid can make it
Yeah.
in professional sports, oh my God, you know, it's your kid, and if you're lower income people, and you know,
Oh, God,
you have a
yeah.
kid, and your family's really into sports.
It's a hope. It's a way out.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, it's like one of the
It's a lot
rare
of pressure.
things.
It's a lot of pressure on those kids.
Oh my God, I could imagine.
We didn't have uniforms, our team. Every other
No
team
uniforms.
had uniforms. No, wore our gym uniforms. Which
That's
was,
hilarious.
Which was like, you know, like the short shorts and like just the t-shirt and stuff.
That's hilarious.
And me, I was like I tucked mine in. My socks are up to my knees, that kind of
Perfect.
thing. Yeah,
Perfect.
I
Sounds
have
like a
the
good
team
movie.
picture
You should
somewhere.
pitch it.
Yeah, it's My Little Giants or whatever. There's no win at the end though.
It doesn't have
we
to be.
failed miserably.
You don't have to win.
You know how hard
to be
it
a
was
good
to
movie?
accept that trophy? It was so hard.
Yeah.
But now it's like great. It's like I have the trophy and I never did it on stage. I should maybe work that into
It's
a
a
bit.
good setup for being a comedian.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of like humility. It's
Yeah.
like, it humbles you.
Yeah.
It's a good setup. You got to realize,
Yeah.
we're not all created equal.
Yeah.
That's a crock of shit, man.
I'm funnier than any one of those kids, I'll tell you that
There
much.
you go. Like, the idea that everyone's created equal physically that's a hilarious idea. You haven't met any extreme athletes. There's people out there that are they're different than all of us. just it's not fair. That's
Yeah.
just how the universe works. Some people's great grandparents were fucking Vikings.
Yeah.
Like for real
Yeah.
Vikings.
I've been trying to like figure out what else to do. Like I need some type of outlet because it's like I haven't been doing.
Why don't you take up a sport?
anything. Well, so another thing that happened to me. This was the weirdest thing ever. I was like, just popped into my head. I don't know why. I was like, I think I want to learn how to sail. What I think I might have meant, maybe, is like I want to learn how to drive a boat. But like I was like, I think I want to learn how to sail. And so I was telling this to my wife, and then like, just same thing as the trainer. Like a few days later, it was like 4 days later, I was at music class with my daughter, and one of the dads was there with his daughter, and I was inviting him to go somewhere, like a group activity, and he was like, I'd love to, but I can't. I teach sailing that day.
Wow.
And I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah. I was like,
And you were already thinking about it.
4 days ago, I said to my wife, I want to learn how to sail. He goes, let's go.
Do you think that you have the ability to manifest things like that in your life? Do you ever wonder?
I don't think, I don't.
There are people that believe that. There are people that believe that the way your consciousness interacts with the universe
Yeah.
is what makes things happen.
Fucking,
that
let's
things
go.
don't happen exactly as randomly as we want to believe that they do. But there are things that you do where you put energy out there.
I'd like to
and you
believe
make.
it.
There's a lot of examples of it. It's a weird one to believe in because I feel like it's an element to life. And the problem is people are always looking for it to be the element, like the thing. Like, do you remember that movie, The Secret?
Yeah.
So during that time, a lot of people, unfortunately, got convinced that they could wish their life into existence.
Yeah, to get like a board.
Yeah. Vision board and all that stuff. I think that is a part of things. That putting something into your head is a part of things. But I don't think it's the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I think if you think of it as the primary thing instead of thinking of it as the whole thing as all these different pieces. Like if you want to get healthy, you have to eat well, you have to take vitamins, you have to exercise, you have to sleep, you have to drink plenty of water, you have to cut out all the bad stuff like alcohol. So there's a lot of elements. It's not just work out, right? There's a lot of elements. And I think that's the thing with like manifesting stuff. I don't think it's entirely bullshit. I think there's something to it.
I mean, look, you start, you start lining all your ducks in a row, eventually, you know, something's going to be cohesive. But the thing of it, like me running into a guy.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's like, what's that?
That's what I'm saying. The sailing and the fitness trainer.
Yeah.
Like right when you're putting it out there, there's a lot of people that believe this, that believe that what we think of as physical reality, just being static and locked down, it's not really the case, and that there's a strange dance between consciousness and physical reality that we're not totally aware of.
Yeah.
And that we don't really have the senses to like be able to measure it, to somehow or another quantify it, put on a scale, like what percentage of how your life goes depends on what kind of energy you put out there.
Energy's big.
That's why I'm always very particular about who I hang out with. Because people think it's no big deal to hang out with idiots. But the problem is you're absorbing their energy.
Yeah,
and instead of hanging out with really cool people and you absorb their energy and everybody like gets out of there feeling fucking great.
Yeah.
What a good time.
They just suck the energy.
They suck it and they make it about them and they get negative and they're fucking passive aggressive and weird or whatever it is. It's like, I don't want to deal with them anymore, man.
Yeah. You eventually shed those people.
You should because they are energy.
Yeah.
It's like you can, and I think how you feel personally, like how your life is going, has a giant effect on how your life can go because you're thinking in a positive way. You know, like you're in the right groove, you're in the right vibration.
Yeah.
If you want to get real hippie, you want to get all crystally. There's something to it. It's not everything. It's not the whole thing. I don't think it should be dismissed because I think there's a reality to it. Because there's too many times. Like, how many times have you ever run into a fucking trainer? And the guy's telling you you're a trainer?
None.
Fucking never, right? How
The
many
sailing one blew me away.
Yeah. How many times have you ever run into someone who teaches
And I took it.
sailing?
I went sailing the other day. Took my first one in New York Harbor, man.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was
My parents
awesome.
lived on a sailboat for like 2 years. Might have been more. Might have been a little more. Yeah. Yeah, they just started.
Before you were born?
No. When I was already a grown man.
Oh,
like
okay.
right when I started getting on TV.